really just wear a pair of jeans, no shirt. Sorry, ladies. I'm sure you can figure something out. But yeah, you really want to be safe when you're picking your clothes. You also want to have a friend nearby with either a wet towel or a fire extinguisher, because you know you're playing with fire. Sometimes you oops and you light yourself on fire, and you just need to have someone nearby to save you if that happens. If you pick the right kind of clothing, though, you can just smother it on the ground. You can be safe for the most part, but always better safe than sorry when it comes to this. Also, you want to practice a lot without fire before you actually try fire spinning. So just get a stick, spin it, look videos up on YouTube. It's really easy to learn. And when you're actually starting with fire, you want to have all the basic movements down. If you're just trying to figure stuff out and you're playing with fire, you're gonna get burned. Also, when you're first starting with the fire, you want to move slowly. Just do very basic movements, get the hang of everything. Make sure you're not hitting yourself at all, and be comfortable with what you're doing. Because if you're not comfortable, you're gonna get burned. Also, if you have long hair, you probably want to get it wet. Burning hair does not smell good, and it's not particularly fun either. I'm not saying this from first-hand experience, but no, better safe than sorry. And you will get burned. If you're playing with fire, everybody messes up. You're spinning, you just whack yourself in the leg, lose some leg hair. Really, if you spin fire long enough, you'll have no arm hair, no leg hair, sometimes no head hair either. Now, once you have your staff, you wrap on a bit of Kevlar on each end, and then you soak the Kevlar in one of these kinds of gas. Coleman white gas is one of my favorites. It lights up really fun. It has a pretty good burn length, and if you're spinning at night, it's a really good color, red-orange, and it just shows off really well. Kerosene works too. It doesn't last very long, and it's really only good for fire breathing if you're going to do that. I don't advise it. Fire breathing seems like a terrible idea, for obvious reasons. You can also use lamp or candle oil. It has a nice long burn life. It's pretty boring, but hey, you're still playing with fire, so it's interesting enough. Also, lamp and candle oil can smell bad sometimes in comparison to other gases. It isn't that big of a deal, but yeah. Also, when you're actually picking what you're going to spin, you can either go with just about the same height as you, a little bit more, a little bit less. You don't want to be dealing with anything too small or too big, or you're just not going to be able to control it well. The wick is usually going to be Kevlar, or like I have some buddies, they have old t-shirts they don't want, they just cut them up, wrap it around, soak it in gas, light it on fire, lots of fun. But Kevlar is the best choice.
Why? What's in Kevlar?
Kevlar, it just absorbs the fuel well and doesn't burn away quickly. It's strong. Yeah. Also, when you're picking what you're going to spin, you want to probably learn with a heavier staff, because once you start heavy and then you switch to light, you'll just be able to control it really well. It'll be really easy to do pretty much anything once you make the switch. And now, I'm going to show you a couple of basic spins. First, this is about as basic as it gets. You just hold it out in front of you, place your left hand over your right, and you skip, and then you catch, and you skip, and you catch. And just keep going like this, and once you actually get the motion down, you can do it without thought, and you can build up some really nice speed. I don't want to go too fast in here, because it just seems like a bad idea. Don't break anything. But yeah, there's the most basic spin. Aside from that, there's also a really easy one. You take it in your right hand, and you just kind of make a figure 8 around your body. Just then you switch to your other hand. So you go, dip down, switch hands. Go, dip down, switch hands. Go, dip down, switch hands. And you can build up a lot of speed going like this.
Legit.
Now, it's a bit more fun when you're playing with something about this tall and probably 4 times the weight of this. And yeah, those are just a couple basic spins. Any questions?
Have you ever performed anywhere before?
No, just me and buddies, and
Do you want to perform somewhere? What is that your-
not particularly. This is just fun.
Have you ever lit yourself on fire?
No, I have burnt some clothing, just melted a little bit, but that's it all.
Go first.
I'll go. How long have you been fire spinning?
The first time I tried it was probably 3 years ago, middle of winter. Buddies just invited me over. We wrapped some t-shirts around the stick, soaked it in kerosene, and yeah.
Whereabouts would you do this? Like, where do you practice?
Outside, generally, good idea. You want to have lots of open area. Don't want to be around dry grass, for obvious reasons.
So, do you make your own YouTube videos?
No, no.
Why?
There's tons of YouTube videos out there already. Basically, nothing I can do isn't going to be on YouTube already. It's just...
What got you into fire spinning as a form of playing with fire versus other
really, my buddies just invited me to do it, and it seemed like fun, so I gave it a try. Picked up spinning, and it's just easy. Any other questions?
Has your stick ever gone spinning off into the crowd? Lit?
Never been too much of a crowd, and not while it was on fire, no.
Is this a Lethbridge activity, or did you start this? Is this
Out in
your
Coaldale.
hometown? Coaldale.
Yeah. Really.
the blood
Yeah.
reserve fire was caused by
Exactly.
That wasn't me. Surprisingly, no. Most of what you do is either in front of you or like this.
Yeah.
It's not even getting close to my hair.
Is it expensive?
Expensive?
Like
No, not
pilot
really.
sticks and all that other stuff?
The sticks can be pretty expensive if you get a really nice quality one. But aside from that, no. Wicks are pretty cheap, fuel's pretty cheap.
Where can you buy all this from?
Mostly online. I'm guessing there's some places in Calgary and Edmonton, but definitely nowhere around here. Alex?
Isn't there like ones that are like on wires too?
Yes, those are called poi. You have like one in each hand. You can do some really crazy stuff with that. I've never tried.
I feel like that would be like far more dangerous. let's
Yeah.
say.
It looks like a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone else?
If you put some firecrackers in there that could just go off, you
That would definitely make things interesting, but I don't want to try. What you can do, some people try steel wool. It burns really bright and it spews sparks everywhere, so it's really dangerous, but it does look neat. Also,
And there's chemicals that you can get. There's about a number of different salts.
yep.
With metallic chemicals that might add to that too.
You can also wrap like copper wire in the wicks. It'll burn neat colors. Magnesium, really interesting. Yeah.
Sweet.
So.